Hi there, this is Craig Beck from StopDrinkingExpert.com, the website where we help people like you to escape the loop of alcohol addiction. And welcome to London, England. I'm on my travels at the moment. I'm in a tiny London bedroom, so this will be a short one because I'm not entirely sure that I'm not really annoying my neighbors by making a video. But I wanted to make it today about alcohol-free substances like alcohol-free beer, alcohol-free spirits. Are they worth it? Are they dangerous? Should you use them? And in what situation? So I think it's kind of split this. Half the people will come to the conclusion that alcohol-free beers and spirits and stuff like that are a trigger. It reminds them of the old days. It activates that psychological anchor, and they find that when they use them, they get a craving to drink, or it weakens their resolve. Some people, they can use them fine. I think, the right answer is going to be what works best for you. And it will be different for everyone. I think there are some red flags to watch out for. If you're going through an unnatural amount of them, if you bought a bottle of Coca-Cola, and you drank it all within half an hour, then went out and bought another one, you'd say that your use of that Coca-Cola is unnatural, wouldn't you? It's the same with alcohol-free beer. If your recycling bin is absolutely rammed full of alcohol-free lager bottles, then the chances are your relationship with that substance is not normal. And you can compare it to other things in your life. You wouldn't do the same thing with carrots, for example. You wouldn't buy bags and bags and bags of carrots and just go through them, because your relationship with carrots is probably pretty normal. So just watch out for how you're using them. What I've said in the past is certainly with alcohol-free beers, they have their place certainly for when you're socializing. It's so much easier to stand at a party with a bottle of alcohol-free beer with your hand over the label than to stand there with a Coca-Cola and have people ask you all the time, why aren't you drinking? And you get those people trying to pressurize you into having a drink. That's where they are genius, and they work extremely well. Also, they have a more grown-up flavor, a more grown-up taste to them. So you don't feel like you're, at the kids' table when you're at a party having an orange juice while all the grown-ups are having their whiskey and their gins and all that sort of stuff. So that's where I think that they have their place and they're useful. Now, the reason I'm talking about this today is because I'm in London, and obviously there's much more choice here. There's much more range than where I normally live in Cyprus. And yesterday I was out in Hammersmith in London, went into a supermarket, and I saw this. Tanqueray gin, 0%. Now, so I thought I've not opened it. I've saved it, waited for you. I thought we'd do a little taste test here. I will tell you ahead of time, I am not optimistic. I have never tasted one of these that has impressed me. And I quite frankly do not see the point of these. First of all, I got ID'd trying to buy it. It was I'm not saying I look, I know I'm 48 this year. I'm not saying I look young. It was one of those automated cashier teller things. And it said, because you're buying alcohol, you will need an attendant to come and check your ID. I didn't say anything. I was so tempted to say something when the attendant came and checked my ID to buy 0% alcohol. But anyway, so that's the first thing. The second thing is this was £16. What's that, like $25? $25 for a 70 cl bottle of what is flavored water? How can it be anything other than that? There is no justification for that price because there's no alcohol tax being paid on top of the cost of production. So that £16, $25 is just profiteering, if you ask me. There is no justification you can charge that much money for what is a bottle of nicely flavored botanical water. So it better be amazing when I taste it. But like I said, my expectations are low because I've tried alcohol-free spirits before, and they're all so far, they've all been disgusting and pointless. So are you ready? Should we do it? All right, let's open it. So, I mean, the bottle, it feels good. It's exactly the same as a normal gin bottle. It's got this nice wax seal embedded on it. So they must have spent some money on the bottle. If you look on the back, it gives you the ingredients. You probably can't see it very well, but one interesting thing here, I don't know if you can see that, is basically zero calories, zero fat. So that's a good thing. There's nothing in this that's going to do you any harm by the look of it. Everything is zero. So that's either a good thing or a bad thing. That either means that this is genius or I've just spent $25 on a bottle of water. Let's see. Okay. All right. You ready? Let's open it. All right. So I have a glass here. Let's. Okay. I'm going to drink this gin neat. All right. Now, first thing, the smell of it. You know what? It actually smells like gin. I think of all the alcohol-free spirits that I've tried, this one is the closest in actually smelling like what gin smells like. Now, that again, that can be a good thing and a bad thing because that means they've done a good job, but is that a trigger? So let's have a taste. It just, you know, they've done a great job on the aroma. That smells like gin. But the taste, it just seems pointless. It just tastes of weird water. It just tastes like water with a kind of strange taste to it. I'm confused. I'm confused because I just don't get it. I don't get why you would spend $25 on that. I wish I had some tonic water with me to put the tonic water in. I'm not sure how you would even detect that flavor through the tonic water. But I just don't get it. Wait, I have got some sparkling water. Let's just try a bit of that. Okay, let's just see if the flavor comes through when it's diluted a little bit. So let's just pour a little bit more in. It's probably $5 worth I've just had there. And we're going to just use some nice sparkling water as though it was a gin and tonic, yeah? Let's do a bit more. Okay, let's see if that flavor comes through. Okay, it's still got a little bit of an aroma to it. It still smells a little bit like gin. It just tastes like something's a bit off. It's like someone's give you a glass of water and maybe it's got a bit of dishwasher soap still in it. It's still got a bit of detergent in it. If you were handed that, you wouldn't drink it. If you were handed that without any explanation, you wouldn't say, oh, thank you, gin and tonic. You wouldn't say, what's wrong with this gin and tonic? You would just say, that tastes a bit weird. Was the glass clean? Did it still have some soap in it? Look, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's probably the best one I've ever tasted, to be honest with you. It's the best one I've ever tasted, but I just do not understand the point of it. Most people are not drinking big gin and tonics because they like the flavor of gin. They're drinking it for the alcohol, aren't they? I just don't think it's worth $25. It should be like $5. It's just flavored water, in my opinion. I'm sure people will object to that, especially the people who made it. They'll say, no, it's botanicals. It's gone through a special process. But to me, it's just expensive water flavoring. And if it was $5 a bottle, I'd say, hey, knock yourself out. If you like the flavor of this and it helps you out, then go for it. I just can't justify the price tag. That's my biggest problem, because I think they're profiteering at the expense of us sober folk. There's no alcohol duty payable on this. And you can probably, in the UK, you can probably buy a bottle of gin for the same price. So it's just pure profiteering. No wonder they're spending so much money marketing it. So, hey, look, the upsides, best one I've ever tasted. Downsides, I just don't see the point of it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Have you tried them? Have you tried alcohol-free spirits? What was your opinion? I'm very, very excited and keen to find somebody out there who loves them. I have found people who love alcohol-free beers, and I found people who hate them. But so far, to date, I've never found a single person who raves about alcohol-free spirits. So if that's you, I'd love to hear from you. Put a comment below. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, please click that subscribe button. I should be back in Cyprus very soon, so we'll be back in the studio or back on the boat. Sorry it's a little bit short today, but I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. 2 days later. All right, look, I'm still in London. It's 2 days since I made that video about Tanqueray alcohol-free gin. I went out and got some tonic water and tried a gin and tonic, an alcohol-free gin and tonic. And I just wanted to jump in and make a couple of comments, because it was kind of a weird journey. First of all, the first thing I want to say is it tastes like gin and tonic. And I'm shocked by that, because I've tried many alcohol-free spirits and they always taste appalling. They always taste ridiculously bad. But they've obviously spent some time and effort here. If you drink this stuff on its own, you don't think, oh yeah, I'm drinking gin without the alcohol. Like I said in the first video, you just think, there's something a bit off with this. I don't know what it is, but it's just weird water. If you mix it with tonic water, it tastes like gin and tonic. So that's obviously what they've been going for. They've not been trying to, create something that is a standalone drink. They've been going for that iconic combination, that gin and tonic combination. You might be thinking, well, this is amazing, Craig, great news. You'll be buying it all the time then, won't you, Craig? And the short answer is no. Partly and mainly because, like I mentioned in the first video, this is $25 a bottle. It's just pure profiteering. They are ripping us off. Even if they have spent a lot of time, effort, and money creating that, I don't think you can justify that sort of price tag on what is flavored water. But secondly, and more profoundly, as I was drinking this stuff, I became aware that I wasn't really enjoying it. Yet it tasted like gin and tonic, but I was drinking it thinking, yeah. And I realized that I was kind of forcing it down because I'd spent so much on the bottle. I felt this, weird northern compulsion to get my money's worth. And I just noticed I was forcing myself to drink it like medicine, like I was taking a drink and going, ah. And I thought, why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? It's because that's kind of what is going on with alcohol, isn't it? You kind of learn to ignore the horrible taste because you want the side impact of the drug. And you want the drug so badly, you're willing to completely ignore the fact that it doesn't taste very nice. Now, when you drink this alcohol-free spirit that you've paid a lot of money for, there's no euphoria, there's no uptick, there's no sense that you're getting what you came for. It's just this kind of weird, disappointing nothingness. And for that reason, as much as I applaud them for doing a good job on this, I think I'm sticking with my original conclusion that these things are pointless. They don't taste that great. Maybe you'd have one, but you wouldn't really enjoy it, I don't think. And it's so expensive. So it's been an interesting journey, but I remain of my original conviction that they're pointless. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.